Originally released by Wizards of the Coast in 1993, Magic the Gathering is often credited as the very first trading card game. As the first of its kind, Magic the Gathering quickly gained popularity, which eventually led to the creation of other iconic trading card games like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! With the rise in competition during the mid to late 1990s, Wizards of the Coast set out to create a simplified version of the game that would appeal to a younger audience. This new trading card game would become known as Duel Masters. Initially launched in Japan in 2002, the trading card game wouldn't make its US debut until 2004. Unfortunately, due to a variety of factors, it would officially be discontinued in North America by 2006. In the years since being discontinued, Duel Masters has largely faded into obscurity within the broader trading card game community. This is the disappearance of Duel Masters. While planning the launch of Duel Masters, Wizards of the Coast took note of the booming popularity of trading card games within Japan. In 2002, they decided to partner with Takara Tomy, a major toy and entertainment company in Japan, to help aid in the production and distribution of the trading card game. Along with the card game, an original manga and anime series were created to help newcomers understand the game's mechanics and world. The Duel Masters universe is divided into 5 civilizations, each representing one of the core elements: nature, fire, water, light, and darkness. These civilizations are all connected through the game of Kaijudo, which is what they refer to the card game as in the anime and manga. Each civilization has their own philosophy, which often leads to conflict between the civilizations. Like most trading card games, Duel Masters combines strategy, luck, and decision-making. Players start with 5 life points, and the goal is to reduce your opponent's shields to 0 before delivering a final attack. Players can summon creatures and cast spells using mana. Decks consist of 40 to 60 cards, and each turn has 5 phases: the draw phase, charge phase, main phase, battle phase, and end phase. The story of Duel Masters follows Shobu Kirafuda, a 12-year-old duel master inspired by his father Shori, who mysteriously disappeared years prior. Shobu's journey to become the greatest duelist is filled with various challenges as he uncovers secrets about the civilizations and the creatures that inhabit them. Along the way, Shobu is joined by his friends as he faces off against increasingly powerful opponents. Rakuda is Shobu's loyal best friend and sidekick. While he's not a skilled duelist, his knowledge of the game proves to be very helpful throughout the series. Sayuki is a kind-hearted girl who loves the game of Kaijudo. Though she's not an expert duelist, she helps support Shobu throughout his journey. She's actually exclusive to the anime and does not make an appearance in the manga. Knight is a wise and mysterious mentor who offers guidance to Shobu throughout the series. Like Sayuki, Knight is exclusive to the anime. Duel Masters officially debuted in the US on March 5th, 2004. A range of promotional campaigns initially helped generate interest, but the game's success in the US would prove short-lived. The English language anime adaptation aired on Cartoon Network's Toonami block starting on February 27, 2004. With a lighter tone and simplified storyline compared to the Japanese version, the English version ran for 3 seasons and 60 episodes, officially ending on May 6, 2006. Between 2003 and 2005, 4 Duel Masters video games were released in North America and parts of Europe. The first, Duel Masters Senpai Legends, for the Game Boy Advance, launched on June 1, 2004. This was followed by titles like Duel Masters Cobalt for the PlayStation 2, Duel Masters Kaijudo Showdown for the Game Boy Advance, and Duel Masters Shadow of the Code also for the Game Boy Advance. Despite their release, the games did little to boost the franchise's popularity in the US, after they were met with mixed reviews from critics and players alike. Despite its launch in 2004, Duel Masters struggled to build a lasting fanbase in the US. There are several key factors that likely contributed to this decline, including an already saturated market with established trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. The lack of a strong competitive scene, which led players to feel like the game was too simplified for any serious play. Poor distribution and card availability, particularly in the US, frustrated both collectors and players, and the obvious comparisons to Yu-Gi-Oh! Created a negative reputation for Duel Masters as just another Yu-Gi-Oh! Knockoff. The lack of synergy between the anime and card game also hurt Duel Masters. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh!, which built its entire trading card game around the anime, Duel Masters really failed to integrate a lot of the game mechanics and strategies into the show. By 2006, the card game was discontinued, the anime was cancelled, and all remaining tournaments were cancelled across the US. In 2012, 6 years after being discontinued in the US, Duel Masters was revived in the form of Kaijudo: Rise of the Duel Masters. The new animated series aired on the Hub Network and ran for 2 seasons before being cancelled in 2013. The story follows Rei Akamoto, a teenager who has the ability to communicate with creatures from the Duel Masters world. With the help of his friends, Rei embarks on a mission to protect both humans and creatures. The voice cast included Scott Wolf as Rei and Kari Walgreen as Allie, who I previously mentioned in my video about Zevo 3. Alongside the show, a rebranded version of the Duel Masters trading card game called Kaijudo was launched in 2012. Despite these efforts, the series and card game couldn't find a lasting audience, and both were discontinued by 2014. Though Duel Masters never found lasting success in the US, it continues to thrive in Japan. There have been 4 major eras of the anime that introduce various new characters and storylines. The most recent series is Duel Masters Wen, which follows the 4th central protagonist of the series, Wen Kirafuda. Additionally, there have been several spin-offs and video games released. The most recent video game, titled Let's Play Duel Masters 2022, was released for iOS and Nintendo Switch in 2022. Duel Masters still consistently ranks as one of the most played trading card games in Japan, just behind Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! The continued success of Duel Masters in Japan really goes to show what it could have been in the US. Unfortunately, another US relaunch is unlikely, but the legacy of Duel Masters will continue to live on for years to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and consider subscribing to my channel for more videos coming soon. Please leave any suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below. See you next time.